Ukraine launches counterattack on Russian airbase. After repeated drone strikes, how severe was the damage? On July 5, 2025, tensions escalated once again in the Russia-Ukraine conflict zone following a significant military action. A day after Russia deployed drones into Ukrainian territory, Ukraine announced that it had launched a strike on the Borisoglebsk Air Base, located in the Voronezh region of Russia. This airbase is known to house several advanced Russian fighter jets, including the Su-34, Su-35S, and Su-30SM. The attack did not merely target the airbase in general, but specifically hit depots storing glide bombs, training aircraft, and potentially other aircraft as well. The Borisoglebsk Air Base holds a highly strategic role in Russia's air defense structure. As a base for next-generation fighter jets, it serves as a key hub for Russia's air power, enabling operations both along the border and deeper into Ukrainian territory. The presence of advanced aircraft like the Su-34, Su-35S, and Su-30SM underscores the airbase's importance as a central point for maintaining and reinforcing Russia's military presence in the region. Therefore, the strike on Borisoglebsk has a significant impact on disrupting Russia's air operational capabilities and weakening its potential for counterattacks. The NASA Fire Information for Resource Management System also detected a fire near the Borisoglebsk military airfield shortly after the attack, reinforcing claims that the strike successfully hit a critical target at the airbase. Additionally, the targets, glide bomb depots, and training aircraft are highly strategic as they involve ammunition supplies and pilot training readiness. Glide bombs are a key component of airstrike operations, so damage to these depots could hinder Russia's ability to carry out effective airstrikes in the near future. Damaged training aircraft would also slow down the pilot training and regeneration process, with long-term impacts on the combat readiness of the Russian Air Force. The Borisoglebsk Air Base was not the only target. If we look back to May 25, 2025, when a video began circulating widely, it became clear that attacks on Russian military infrastructure had significantly increased. On that day, the Mlovo Air Base, located in the Tver region of Russia, was attacked by Ukrainian drones. Mlovo is no ordinary base. It houses a large number of Russia's heavy transport aircraft, including the legendary Il-76. The drone strike on this base was not only symbolic, but also strategic. The objective was clear: to disrupt airport operations, weaken air defense systems, and ultimately increase both military and psychological pressure on Russia. In the Tver Oblast, attacks by Ukraine have occurred frequently. Kyiv has launched several strikes on targets such as the Andriapol oil pumping station in the region, which was attacked twice within 2 weeks in January and February. Previous targets included ammunition depots and missile weaponry facilities. Back to the discussion of air bases that are often targeted. Ukraine had previously launched drone attacks targeting Russian air bases, aiming to weaken Moscow's capacity to carry out large-scale airstrikes that threaten cities in Ukraine. In March, Ukrainian drones also successfully attacked the Russian Engels II air base located in Saratov Oblast. This surge in attack intensity reflects a shift in Ukrainian tactics, more organized, more targeted, and increasingly bold in striking vital assets at the heart of Russian territory. These attacks came as a major surprise to Russia. In this context, there are signs that Russia's military capability is weakening, especially as Ukrainian strikes are increasingly successful in targeting strategic facilities within Russian territory. This indicates that Ukraine has the ability to carry out long-range, precision strikes on high-value targets, directly disrupting Russian military operations and reducing the effectiveness of its air power. Ukraine's ability to strike strategic targets within Russian territory has been evident for months. Ukraine claims to have destroyed over 40 Russian drones in a single operation, targeting various airfields deep inside Russian territory in a surprising drone attack. This demonstrates that Ukraine is not only capable of defending itself, but also of launching effective and well-coordinated counterattacks. In response to Ukrainian attacks, there was once information reported by CNN that Russia launched a massive wave of drone strikes on Ukrainian territory. On the night of the attack on Borisoglebsk, Russia fired 322 unmanned aerial vehicles and decoy devices into Ukraine. Of that number, 157 drones were successfully shot down by Ukrainian air defenses, while 135 others went missing, likely due to electronic interference and hacking. This highlights the intense technological and electronic warfare on the battlefield, where both sides are striving to dominate the airspace and disrupt each other's control systems. In response to the escalating conflict, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky took a strategic step by making what was considered a very important and productive phone call with US President Donald Trump. During the conversation, they discussed various efforts to strengthen Ukraine's air defenses, including the possibility of joint weapons production between the US and Ukraine. They also talked about broader US-led initiatives to end the fighting with Russia. On July 13, 2025, Volodymyr Zelensky held an important meeting with Defense Minister Rustem Umerov. The meeting focused on a strategic issue that has become a top national priority: the procurement and production of military drones. During the meeting, Zelensky emphasized the importance of accelerating the implementation of pre-designed contracts while securing funding through close cooperation with European partners. The year 2025 marks a critical turning point for Ukraine in strengthening its air defense and military technology. The government aims not only to meet its initial plans for drone production and supply, but to significantly exceed them. This effort is seen as part of a broader strategy to counter growing military pressure, while paving the way for unconventional approaches to bolster national defense. Zelensky also highlighted the need to revive positive momentum in bilateral relations with the United States. He acknowledged that international support, particularly from Washington, remains a key factor in maintaining Ukraine's stability and resilience. At the same time, reforms and new policies in the defense sector are essential for the country to meet increasingly complex and dynamic challenges. President Zelensky also revealed an ambitious plan to build a domestic arms industry in Ukraine, although this process is expected to take time. At the NATO summit on June 24th, Zelensky stated that Ukraine has the capacity to produce more than 8 million drones of various types each year. This production is expected to help Ukraine defeat the continually expanding Russian military network. Zelensky appealed to allies for increased investment in joint weapons production, including drone technology, artillery, and interceptor systems. He emphasized that Ukraine's defense capabilities are not only crucial for protecting its own territory, but are also vital for strengthening NATO's long-term security. Let's take a closer look at how far Ukraine has progressed. The development of military technology on the battlefield continues to drive innovation on Ukraine's side. Artificial intelligence is being used to significantly enhance the effectiveness of Ukrainian drones, increasing their chances of hitting targets by 3 to 4 times compared to conventional remotely controlled drones. AI enables drones to autonomously carry out the final approach within the last 100 to 1,000 meters toward a target, reducing reliance on human control. What if the human operator is too tired, trembling with fear, or inadequately trained? Not to mention the risk of radio signal interference on the battlefield. This marks a major advancement over drones that still require full human guidance until reaching their targets. In 2024, according to Breaking Defense, Ukraine possessed around 10,000 drones and is aiming to drastically ramp up production. The goal is for at least half of the drones purchased in 2025 to be equipped with AI guidance, an increase from just 0.5% to 50%. If this ambition is realized, Ukraine could deploy around 1 million AI-assisted drones, each with a 3 to 4 times greater likelihood of hitting its target compared to current remote-controlled models. This would translate to up to 12 times the destructive capability. In increasingly intense battles, drones are becoming crucial elements that are beginning to replace the role of artillery, long considered the king of traditional warfare. Ukraine's attacks on the Borisoglebsk Air Base and other strategic targets mark a significant shift in the dynamics of the conflict. Ukraine is increasingly able to pressure Russian forces with measured and precise strikes, while Russia faces mounting challenges in maintaining its air superiority. The truth behind Russia's drone attacks is rather unfortunate. Russia is struggling with drone production due to its heavy reliance on foreign components. A total of 174 foreign-made parts have been identified in drones such as the Geran, Lancet, and Orlan 10. This dependency makes Russia vulnerable to embargoes and supply chain disruptions, which directly impact its military capabilities on the battlefield. On the other hand, continued international collaboration and advancements in military technology play a vital role in supporting Ukraine's efforts to defend its sovereignty and strengthen its bargaining position in this complex war. So, ready to see AI-powered Ukrainian drones on the move? That's all for today's episode, and thanks for watching.